All right, here we go. So, Filipino martial arts, Wednesday, June 17th. Here we go. Chinese, Filipino, Thai, Indonesian, French and Dog Brothers, Japanese. Everybody grab 2 sticks. Okay, so again, right stick knocks the left stick into this neutral position. You take a right knee. This right hand stick goes up to your third eye, and then you're pointing the left hand stick to the heavens, the right hand stick to the earth. You go back to this position. You stand up. The right hand puño approaches the left hand, but it does not touch down. That is our full salutation. There's also like some wordage that goes along with that, but honestly it's longer. It's very pretty too, but it's longer. I used to have it down, but it's been a long time since I had to recite that for an examination. So soon, maybe next week, I'll pull it for you because that's pretty as well. Okay, so everybody, Icus, make the X, make the X. Icus. Sticks here or here. Not here. This is really bad. Sticks up. Okay. Always forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 1, angle 2. Good. Okay. Empty 6. High inward, low backhand, high backhand. High inward, low backhand, high backhand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Use your whole arm. Your elbow is like the connection point. Your elbow swings your arm low and high. Yep. Empty 6. All right. Take your left hand stick, put it under your right arm. So you're chambered. Always the unchambered stick goes first. Inward over your head, backhand with the left, inward, and tuck the right. Inward with the left, backhand with the right, inward over your head, and tuck the left. So inward, backhand, inward, inward, backhand, inward, inward, backhand, inward, inward, backhand, inward. When you keep the shots lateral, again, my visual, not to treat anybody like a child, but it seems to work for everybody, my visual is helicopter blades. When you're doing this with a partner, you can give some angulation. That way, like more of a diagonal, because if you go true lateral, that's really hard to pick up when we mirror train it, okay? So that's Redondo 6. If you go point down over your head, this is umbrella 6, even though it's still inward, backhand, inward, inward, backhand, inward. Redondo, helicopter blades. Umbrella, the first shot on each side goes point down over your head. Okay. Tuck the left under the right again. Heaven 6. Right inward, close, left backhand open, right backhand tuck. Inward, close, backhand open, backhand tuck. Inward, backhand, backhand, inward, backhand, backhand. Eventually, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try to eliminate this gap right here in timing. Most people do it as 1, 2, 3, slight pause, 4, 5, 6, slight pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's heaven 6. Standard 6. High inward, close, low backhand open, high backhand tuck. Inward, backhand, backhand, but it's high, low, high, high, low, high. Same as the last pattern, just high, low, high instead of all high, like heaven 6. High, low, high, high, low, high. All the shots are diagonal. Diagonal, 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 excuse me, diagonal, diagonal. Okay? So we have standard 6, earth 6, low, 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 but it's still inward, backhand, backhand, inward, backhand, backhand, inward, backhand, backhand, inward, backhand, backhand. Okay, so let's try this as a group. I'm going to go, and I know there's lag depending on Zoom, okay? So Ekis for 4 beats. We're going to start with the right hand at all times. Ekis for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Empty 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tuck the left. Redondo 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Umbrella 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Heaven 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Standard 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Earth 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are all the double stick coordination drills taught in phase 1. Yellow belt is an intermediary belt. Orange belt is an intermediary belt. Green belt / phase 1. So when you pass green belt, you finished phase 1. You get not only the belt, but certification of finishing phase 1. Why do I do my ranking that way? Initially, I started using the old phase system that Inosanto instructors have used since the original Kali Academy in Torrance, Guru Inosanto's first commercial school. 2010, he asked his certified instructors certified under him, if you're teaching Filipino martial arts, would you please start using colored belts? And in my adult program, I'm talking adult program, you earn the belts, I give you the belts, we don't wear them in class. I don't wear a black belt in class, you don't wear whatever belt you have. This seems to work for most people. This, in my experience, adults, it's really like 2 out of 10, maybe 1/5 of people that they actually like wearing their ranking in class. Most people are like, yeah, it's fine. Okay, I never really want to cause trouble. It is important. It should be made explicit. Most of the students that I've taught over the last 9 years, 10 years, don't want to wear belts or sashes or projets or whatever it is in class. I'm talking about adults. Kids, you're out of your mind if you teach a youth martial arts class and you're like, well, we're not going to have belts. Because most young people, I see Brendan in the corner there, most young people aren't Brendan. I know Brendan would actually be okay because he's being raised in a martial arts family, but 99 out of every 100 kids, if there's no belts, they're like, forget it, I'm out of here. So that's why I do what I do in my organization. Okay, so you know what? Let's go to, well, let's finish double stick very quickly for phase 1. I know we've done this before, but it doesn't hurt to review. And again, I have a little bit of method to my madness here. Oh yeah, okay. So finishing up phase 1 for double stick, it's really all about the double stick versus single stick abecedario family. So right hand dominant, we shift to our left and we close. We hit with our right hand, stay closed. Excuse me. We shift to our right and open. We hit an angle 1 and stay open. So close, hit, open, hit. 3 would be on the midline, so we close on the midline, but we always hit high. We would open the 4, and we always hit high. 5, when I start you, I just have you go right down the middle, because that's the angle on 5. Okay, so everybody start open, and all of you stay with double stick, please, because this is double stick versus single stick abecedario. So use your imagination. So you're gonna gunting closed on my stick. You're gonna meet it and stay closed. Good. You're gonna reverse gunting open on my stick. You're gonna meet it and stay open. You're gonna gunting closed on the midline. Meet it high. You always meet it high, no matter what side. And then stay closed. You're gonna open it on the midline. Meet it high and stay open. And then look at this angle. It's coming at you right here. So I would just go right down the middle, and then you can meet it high. So my nomenclature on this, there's only two variables. We close forehand angles, meet it and stay closed. That's the first variable. We open backhand angles, meet it and stay open. Those are the only two things that you have to do. And then sometimes this will happen as early, sometimes people's first or second lesson. I'll feed all 12 angles of another numbering system. You'll still be able to do this. So everybody start open, okay? Close the 1, meet it, stay closed. Open the 2, meet it and stay open. Just respond to the elevation, but it's gonna go forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand. Close the 3, meet it and stay closed. Open the 4, meet it and stay open. Close the 5, meet it and stay closed. Open the 6, meet it and stay open. Close the 7, meet it and stay closed. Open the 8, meet it and stay open. Close the 9, meet it and stay closed. Open the 10, meet it and stay open. And then these last two angles are tricky, but just pay attention to the elevation. Close the 11, meet it and stay closed. Open the 12, meet it and stay open. Okay? That's a numbering system. That's Regino Illustrissimo. There were 5 Illustrissimo brothers, and then Tatang Illustrissimo, founder of Kali or Kalis Illustrissimo. I can never remember. It was like a nephew or a cousin or something like that. But Regino Illustrissimo was one of the 5 Illustrissimo brothers out of Stockton, California. And the last time I asked Guro Inosanto, he believes that the people in his lineage are the only people keeping up the teachings of Regino Illustrissimo. Kali or Kalis Illustrissimo is by far and away the more famous system. You get people like the late Punong Guru Edgar Salite, the late Grandmaster Tony Diego, unfortunately the late Grandmaster Topher Ricketts, people like that, though they come out of Kali or Kalis Illustrissimo. But I'm sorry, my point, you don't need to do the drill anymore because you're all awesome. I could give you any forehand, any backhand, and you're fine, and you're responding to the elevation, okay? And you know, I legitimately have been getting, I don't want to be overtly commercial here, but you know, I do have my virtual Filipino martial arts trainers weekend coming up in the last weekend of June. And every now and then, mostly reception has been pretty positive, but every now and then I'll get, well, how on earth can you certify people at a distance? I can do that because if I see everybody doing the correct motions on their separate screen, then I know you got it. Of course, I would love to be there live with you teaching it. I would love to be there live with all of it. If I had like a teleporter, I would just, you know, and we could all train live, and that would be awesome. Or I would love, originally there were going to be 3 live events, one in New York City, one in Chicago, one in Southern California. Probably going to have to wait until 2021. Of course I would prefer that. But the technology is awesome. And I know it works because you all just did the drill properly through the technology. Again, I will stipulate, is it as good as face-to-face training and feeling the energy? No, but man, if the alternative is we can't train at all, I'm taking this. This is awesome because I get to train with you all the time and it's excellent this way. All right, anyways, get off my soapbox and finish double stick phase 1 here. Okay, so now complementary side dominant, right? Close with your left hand in front and move to your right. Left-handed angle 2. And then go to your left and reverse scissor open, left-handed angle 1. Okay, why that's so important is you all stay with double stick. Just use your imagination. For the forehands, you always want to zone to the outside. And then for the sake of the drill, for the backhands, you always want to zone back to the inside. In actuality, you all, I mean, like this is the best sector to do most. That's where you want, if you have to get in a fight, like that's where you want to do most of your fighting from, right? Or here, like this is a really good sector if I'm your opponent, right? But that's the way the drill works. You're zoning outside to my outside on forehand angles, and you're zoning back to the inside, honestly, really for the sake of the drill, on the backhand angle. So let's everybody do this. Everybody open, okay? And close the 1, meet it and stay closed. Open the 2, meet it and stay open. Close the 3, meet it and stay closed. Open the 4, meet it and stay open. Close the 5, meet it and stay closed. Beautiful job. That's fantastic, okay? So now everybody do this for me. Stay double stick, take your left hand stick, put it behind your back. Get in a right lead, okay? So forehand angles, that's 1, 3, and 5. You're always gonna meet it with an angle 2. So the feed, 1, backhand, 2, forehand, 3, backhand, 4, forehand, 5, backhand. Okay, and what I probably should have made explicit before that is whenever you give 2 or 4, you're always meeting it with an angle 1. This is if you're feeding. Okay, so now everybody feed me through the computer. Give me angle 1. I'm gonna close it and then we meet it. Give me angle 2. I'm gonna open it and then we meet it. Give me angle 3. Close it and then we meet it. Give me angle 4. I'm gonna open it and then we meet it. And then give me angle 5. I'm gonna close it and then we meet it. That's it. Okay? And now let's do this. Take your right-handed stick, put it behind your back, get in the left lead. And let's just do a quick review. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand, forehand. So your feed, angle 1, meet it on the backhand. Angle 2, meet it on the forehand. Angle 3, meet it on the backhand. Angle 4, meet it on the forehand. And angle 5, meet it on the backhand. Okay, all right, so now feed me. Give me 1, close, meet it and stay close. Okay, give me 2, meet it and meet it on the forehand side. Good. Give me 3, close it, meet me on the backhand side. Give me 4, I'm gonna open this, meet me on the forehand side. And then give me 5. I'm gonna close that and meet you on the backhand side. Okay, so one of my least favorite things in the world is to be at a seminar or a class where that man is teaching and a bunch of people are standing around going because they don't know what to do. So a big part, not that he's a bad instructor, he's an amazing, I mean, arguably, I mean, I think he's the world's best, but I'm very biased. I consider him my primary instructor, one of the world's best, like no argument there. But, and I say this all the time, his basics are gone to the point that you might think he never learned them. So it's like a fire hose of knowledge at this point. Fire hose turns on, and we're all a bunch of thirsty people. Like, what water can you get? Here's all this knowledge bursting out of this fire hose. So his ability sometimes to be like, excuse me. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. His ability sometimes to be like, and this is step 1, and this is 2, and that's kind of gone. Because he's teaching on like 5 different levels. He's up in his head getting some sports anecdote or something that Bruce Lee said or something. It really is something. So part of my goal, you can't be there, buddy. I got to finish. Sorry, everybody. Go move over. Go over that side. Okay. All right. Part of my goal has always been to make this learnable. Okay, to make this material learnable. So you're seeing it's really not, there's 2 variables. When it's right hand dominant, the right hand has to be free. When it's left hand dominant, the left hand has to be free. And then for feeding, it doesn't matter which side you're doing. When you give a forehand, you meet with the high backhand and stay on your backhand side. When you feed a forehand, I'm so sorry. When you feed a backhand, you meet on the forehand and stay on your forehand side. In that way, you could come up with your own numbering system to feed for this drill. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so I'm just saying, like, once you understand it, it's there. Hopefully there's nothing to hold back your creativity. Okay. So let's go in your room, okay? I got 15 more minutes. Go in your room, please. Okay. Sorry, everybody. So let's go long and short. Long and short. Stick and short stick, stick and dagger, sword and dagger, long and short. Give me one quick second, everybody. I'm sorry. Just take 30 seconds. Okay, my apologies. So I know I'm out of the frame. Excuse me. I'm just quickly reviewing here. Okay, well, we really spent a lot of our first week's training together, as far as long and short, on like the sum total of that material, the first 3 levels. So we have this backhand chamber position. From the backhand chamber, we can 4 count. It's been a little while since we worked on this, but hopefully everybody remembers this. Temple, toe smash, chin, temple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay, and like as I'm looking at Conrad doing it, got a lot of great martial arts background. You can lift this rear leg. See how I'm here? Okay, just the only thing I don't want, like I'm talking about this, I'm doing a little higher so you can see it. You can come up off that foot. That's to give you a little bit of reach. Or you can stay flat-footed, stay on the ground. Okay, I actually learned it lifting the foot, and then a lot of my students were like, I don't like that. And then the last few years I was at the Inosanto Academy, I think the students there reacted the same way, because Guru Inosanto stopped teaching the leg lift, but you can come up. The only thing you want to avoid, pardon me, is sticking your head in, right? Because when you stick your head in, you're exposing the back of your head. So, you know, even though your toe smashing on that second beat, just stay upright. So that's the 4 count. The 5 count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I learned it initially where this dagger was this way for 2, 3 is always the same, 4 was like a backhand thrust. See what I think I have here? Let me get something. Here we go. This will be a little easier to see. Here we go. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this, I mean, technically it's like that's a thrust, but for 2, but it's like a thrust with slashing energy. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is this backhand thrust, and then 5 you step back and hit angle 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then honestly, 2 of my senior students, this is back when I was in California, they were always supplementing with other instructors, which was awesome. I don't know if they picked this up from one of those other instructors. They would do it as slash, slash. So instead of this for 2 and this for 4, they would do it as angle 1, angle 2. And I thought that was super cool. And I remember them, this very early in our training relationship, I remember them asking me, is that okay? And then being, of course, that's awesome. I've never seen that before. So I'd like to extend the same courtesy to all of you. What feels better? Do you like the slash, or do you like the way I learned it originally at the Inosanto Academy? Or do you want to mix them? Do you want to do this one for 2 and then a slash for 4? That works for me. Just find a version of the 5 count that feels comfortable and internalize it. The only thing that matters to me is that I can say, do the 4 count, and you can do the 4 count, and then I can say, okay, do the 5 count, and you can do one of those versions of the 5 count. That both of those become singular techniques, one with 4 beats and one with 5 beats, instead of 9 things that you have to memorize. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, then we have our backhand series variables. And we have our backhand series variables initially to just the 4 count. So we could destroy to 4 count, destroy to X to 4 count, destroy to redondo to 4 count, destroy X to the redondo to the 4 count, destroy redondo to the X to the 4 count, destroy keylot. Remember, keylot was flip to 12 o'clock, make the X. Those 3 beats are the keylot to the 4 count, and then split the Kawaiian. Destroy the hand, loop the angle 1, down the 2 line, back up the 9 line, vertical redondo. That's the split the Kawaiian to my 4 count. So all those seguidas to just the 4 count. That's the first modality. Second modality, all of those seguidas to the 5 count. Destroy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 count. Destroy, make the X to my 5 count. Destroy, make the redondo to my 5 count. Destroy, make the X to the redondo to my 5 count. Destroy, make the redondo to the X to my 5 count. Destroy keylot, which again is 3 beats. Flip to 12 o'clock, make the X, that's the keylot, to my 5 count, and then the split the Kawaiian. Destroy the hand, loop the angle 1, down the 2 line, back up the 9 line, vertical redondo, that's the split the Hawaiian into my 5 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's review just those seguidas for a second so that you have them. Okay, so everybody backhand chamber. Just destruction, just hit the hand. That's the first variable and the most important one. That one, whatever angle I give you, you're just backhand watik. That's it. Second variable, destroy, bring it back, make the X. Third variable, destroy, bring it back, make the backhand redondo. Fourth variable, destroy, make the X to the redondo. Fifth variable, destroy, make the redondo to the X. Sixth variable, destroy, make the key lot, flip to the X. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Those 3 beats, 1, 2, 3, that's the key lot. Okay, so destroy the hand, key lot. Key lot means lightning because it's supposed to be like a blitz when you really let it go. Okay, 7, split the Hawaiian. You know you're going to destroy the hand. That's a given. Think about looping to the clavicle, angle 2, but you open, back up the 9 line so you close, and then straight down the top of the head. So beat 1 is here. It's an angle 1. Beat 2 is, I'm so sorry. Beat 4 is to the top of the head. It's a backhand redondo. The reason I'm saying that, the most common mistake, people think that beat 1 and beat 4 are the same, and they're not. Beat 1, you loop the clavicle, which is very deceptive. A forehand hit from the backhand chamber, very deceptive. Beat 2, you hit angle 2, but you open. Beat 3, you come right back up that line, and then beat 4, right down the top of my head. 1, 2, 3, 4. Loop it, down the line, up the line, vertical redondo. Loop the 1, down the line, up the line, vertical redondo. Those are all the seguidas. What we've done so far with this weapons configuration, we've done all those seguidas to just the 4 count. We already did that. We've done all those seguidas after the destruction, of course, to just the 5 count. We just got done doing that. And then the very last thing, all of those seguidas to the 4 count, to the 5 count. So nice and slow together, and we're getting there on time, but we have time to do this. Destroy, 4 count, 5 count. Destroy, make the X, 4 count, 5 count. Beautiful job. 3, destroy, make a redondo into your 4 count, into your 5 count. Nice. Number 4, destroy, make the X to the redondo, into the 4 count, into the 5 count. 5, destroy, redondo to the X, into the 4 count, into the 5 count. 6, nice and slow, destroy, bring it back. Make the key lot, 1, 2, 3, into your 4 count, into your 5 count. Beautiful job. Nice and slow. You can do it. Number 7, and we're done. Destroy the hand, bring it back. Loop the clavicle, down the 2 line, up the 9 line, vertical redondo, into your 4 count, into your 5 count. That's it. Those 7 seguidas. So just listen to the verbalization here. Those are 7 seguidas. Just the destruction, X, redondo, X to redondo, redondo to X, key lot, split the Hawaiian. 7 variables. have the ability to do those 7 variables to just the 4 count, have the ability to do those 7 variables to just the 5 count, have the ability to do those 7 variables to the 4 count, to the 5 count. 3 things. You all just did all of them. Okay? Old school Guru Bryan, and I'm sorry because I hate when people refer to themselves in the 3rd person, but it seems to work here. Old school Guru Bryan, like just newly minted Inosanto certified instructor, I taught all of this in phase 1 because I'm like, well, my students are going to learn exactly the same way I do, right? No. So now, yellow belt, like you're just doing destroy X, destroy Redondo, and to the 4 count. And then orange belt, we add X to Redondo and Redondo to X, and then the 5 count. And then green belt / phase 1, we add Keylot and split the Kawaiian, and then 4 count to the 5 count. So we kind of build up to that. The other thing I'll say is the original version of my curriculum only had 4 levels, and the first 3 levels were really curriculum heavy. The 4th and final level looks a lot like our black belt / phase 4 exam today, which is more of like, it's almost like a ceremony / light sparring kind of a deal. Aside from that, hang on one second. Oh yeah. Aside from that, we have, you can do your double stick versus single stick abecedario, right side dominant, just holding this instead of 2 sticks. It's so easy. I'm not even going to spend a lot of time. We have that. And then we do have, everybody stand up. We'll end on this. This is worth ending on. Okay. Double stick versus single stick abecedario to the 5 count, but there's a specific way that you're going to do it. And we'll end on this and end on time. Okay. Close the 1, meet it and stay closed. Do your 5 count and freeze. Okay. So 4 hand angles, it works out because you're closed. Open the backhand angle, meet it and close. Do your 5 count and then reopen. Because you got to be the next 4 hand angles coming in. So close the 3, meet it and stay closed. 5 count. Stay there. Open the 4, meet it and close. Do your 5 count and then reopen. Close the 5. Meet it, stay closed, do your 5 count, and that's it. Okay, so we'll break this down for you as easily as possible. The 4 hand angles, all you really have to do is the same thing you were doing and then add in a 5 count, and then you're automatically in position for the next angle, which is going to be a backhand. It's really only the backhand angles. You got to open them like usual, meet it, but remember to close so you can do your 5 count and then remember to reopen because the next angle that's coming in is going to be a 4 hand angle. Okay? Aside from 3 count sombrata, which we'll spend some time on, you know, even through the technology. I might have Simo Jean or my daughter help me with that. She was helping me pretty good with that in the kids class. Aside from that, that is the like 95% of all of the long and short requirements for the first 3 levels. Okay, you can put your weapons down. So anybody who's viewing this after the fact, you know, again, a couple things to be aware of. Stoops, OMALC.com. The full membership site is completely done now with all 3 curricular progressions. And I am running an incentive if you join before July 1st. So please be aware of that. The only other thing is our virtual Filipino martial arts trainer weekend is the 27th and the 28th of June. virtualfmatrainer.com has the schedule. And oh, and I will, again, it's going to sound salesy, sorry everybody, but Karen could verify this. If you are a member of the online martial arts learning community, you get a very significant discount if you would like to attend the trainer weekend. And gentlemen, those of you in the level 1 kit membership area, you also get a discount. It's a slightly bigger discount if you are in the online martial arts learning community. Once again, I don't want to spend your money or your time for you. So there's my commercial. Here we go, everybody. Chinese, Filipino, Thai, Indonesian, French and Dog Brothers, Japanese. All right, I'm going to end this recording.